Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your weekly reading. Now, again, you would have noticed that you've got Scorpio Sundays on Friday again for the second time this month. That's just the way the calendar has worked out this month. So, yeah, a lot of sod's law that's going on. I have checked though, and that's going to be it until the rest of the year. So no more having to shift your Scorpio Sundays round to being Scorpio Friday, at least until the new year. So thank goodness for that, eh? Right, so let's get into your bonus weekly reading, and we're going to find out what is going on for you guys. As always, please only take what resonates for you. Don't force anything to fit your particular situation, okay? Right, so you've got the dragonfly and adaptability. Fantastic. Yep, that's what we're having to do right now by shifting over your Scorpio Sundays to Scorpio Friday. Adaptability, you know, certain things are outside of your control and you're going to have to adapt and change according to the new information, to the new situation, and just basically try and make the best out of what you've been given. Okay, that's all adaptability. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a little bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential and approach things lightly. Okay, so they're asking for you, try not to have set expectations, okay? Because it's likely that those expectations are not going to be met. And as you'll all know, when your expectations are not met, that can play into feelings of discontentment, resentment, maybe even depression, okay? You know, it's like when you set your mind to achieve something, and then you fail and you don't achieve what it was that you set your mind out to do, it can really play into a lot of negative feelings, okay? So they're saying with this one to avoid having these set expectations in your mind's eye. It's great to have a plan, okay? It's great to have like a bit of a blueprint, but you're not going to be able to follow any plan that you have step by step by step, okay? Because there are going to be things that you might not have accounted for, that there are going to be things outside of your control. So maneuver, adapt, you know, be flexible, keep an open mind as well. Definitely use your discernment. When you start to be more adaptable in life, and that's with anything that you approach in life, when you're more adaptable, you will find that life becomes more enjoyable, okay? And that's speaking from someone who used to be incredibly sort of fixed in their ways, you know, and then finding that everything I was doing, like nothing was working, just constantly blockage after blockage. But then as soon as I started being more adaptable and flexible, I found, you know what, actually life really is quite enjoyable when you go with the flow a little bit more. So yeah, that famous scorpionic stubbornness, they're saying maybe not do that this week. Maybe use this week to practice being adaptable and flexible, because being stubborn without any real cause to be stubborn, you know, just being stubborn for stubborn's sake, that is gonna give you a lot more problems than find solutions, okay? So yeah, Spirit's asking for you to be a lot more light, taking that light approach, not being fixed. And again, like Scorpio is a fixed sign, consider fixed water. You know, what's fixed water? I'll tell you what fixed water is. It's a puddle. You don't want to be a puddle, okay? You want to really genuinely go with the flow. Don't be that puddle. Right, so Let's pull your rune for the week and we will see what guidance. I'm just getting out my guidebooks here, just getting everything out ready. So your rune for the week. Okay, what is going on for our Scorpio collective, please? What is Scorpio's rune for the week of the 14th to the 21st of June? Scorp, thank you. Okay, Laugers, intuition, uncertainty, flexible and emotional. Okay, so it's illustrated with the full moon, and you can see that the water in this card, it's peaceful. Okay, so that's like your emotions, finding this place of peacefulness, of inner enrichment. Okay, so seeking external enrichment or external validation, again, that's going to work against you. Okay, you're going to have to reach that point of inner peace, inner stillness. This one carries the energy of renewal as well, with it being Laugers. And I'm also getting cleansing. Okay, it can be a card of fate, of karma, of dreams, especially with that moon. Laugers is also fertility. I nearly said fixed. So yeah, that could well be fixed law. Okay, Laugers law, fixed law. What is? Don't try and go against the grain this week, Scorpio. And I don't mean that in ways of not being an individual, right? You've got to be an individual. They don't mean don't go against the grain in that way. They're saying with Laugers law, fixed law, don't go against the fixed law. Okay, so something about your integrity might be called into question this week, Scorpio. Your own integrity. There could be a temptation here for you to go against your own integrity, and Spirit's telling you, don't you dare. Okay, and finding that inner state of peace, tranquility, and enrichment. Okay, this is all about going within with the full moon. Try not to put too much emphasis on what other people are doing this week, because you really need to put the emphasis on what you're doing this week and where your integrity lies. Okay, what's under there? Urus, yeah. Yeah, that's like 5 of Wands type energy, a challenge. That's been coming out for you guys quite regular, you know, going through challenging times, probably feeling tempted to just do things the way that everyone else is doing, you know, and Spirit wants you to redefine with Laugers, redefine who you are. Okay, there's also a message here about making tweaks to things, making minor changes to things, maybe making minor changes to the way that you're doing things, or with that moon, making minor changes to how you think. Okay, because the moon can be really sort of dreamy, subconscious type energies. But there's no denying that there's something very challenging about this week, okay? You might feel really quite tired as well. Kind of like on the verge of giving up, really. It's, I mean, Urus is a cross between your 5 of Wands and your 9 of Wands, you know. Because it is a test of your strength, it is a test of your endurance. And it does feel to me with Urus and Laugers that your limits are being tested, or you're being pushed to your limits type thing. Okay, so that's why Spirit was coming through super, super strong with your dragonfly message about how you're going to have to take the more lighter approach this week, rather than trying to charge your way through. Okay, right. What does Scorpio need to focus on this week, please? For the week of the 14th to the 21st of June. What does our Scorpio collective need to focus on? Right, we're going to take the top one, okay, because obviously the crown chakra wants to be seen, but you've got half the deck that came out, okay. It could well be, yeah, consider making you the top priority this week. Okay, maybe there is a lot that you need to be focused on. Should we have a quick look through this bit of the deck that wanted to come out? Again, use your intuition, okay? Not everything's going to resonate for you. Connection. Focus on your connections. Focus on why you're feeling disconnected from others at this point in time. Okay, why are you feeling disconnected from the universe? Okay, see if you can rebuild that particular connection, because there's like a domino effect here that's going on. Okay, so if you're feeling disconnected, then the others around you, your nearest and dearest, they might also start to feel disconnected from you. Okay, emotional balance, yeah. Focus on your stability. Focus on that inner sense of peace. Focus on being fluid. Okay, it's very much Ace of Cups energy with that one. Focus on what it is that you love. Maybe even focus on your own spirituality with that rainbow. I don't know if the camera's picking that out, but there's actually a rainbow in that cup. Okay, rainbow is your hope. Focus on what it is that gives you hope. Communication. Focus on your self-expression. What exchanges are going on between yourself and other people? Is there sharing, caring, and community that's going on? If not, why not? And how can you create it? You know, is that what's being missing from your life? And if so, can you create that particular community? You've got responsibility here, which is all about self-discipline. So focus on that self-discipline, okay? Focus on the things that fulfill you. See how that's a seed literally growing. Focus on what is important to you right here, right now. What is it that you're nurturing? What is it that you're growing? Okay. Base chakra. Yeah, it's your first chakra. That's the foundation blocks. That can be where you store your karma. Okay. So there could be some kind of past karma here that you're needing to process and work through. It could be, okay. It doesn't have to be, because that's all about your survival instincts, the tactics that you have to use to survive. Are there any unhealthy survival tactics that you were taught, maybe from your upbringing with home being underneath there? Any unhealthy survival tactics that you had to learn when you were younger, they're no longer needed. Okay, they're no longer needed. So maybe create new survival tactics so that you can start to thrive rather than just survive. That's all root chakra energy. It's remaining grounded and present in your moment right here, right now, making every moment count. Okay, that's base chakra, especially with home being there as well. I mean, there could be some kind of fear that's blocking you here, because I am getting a lot of rigidity that's coming through this. You being set in your ways again is quite possibly causing more harm than good. Okay, so again, all of these things for you to take into consideration. Redefine what home is as well. Okay, you've got shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. Can you provide this for yourself? Can you provide this for your nearest and dearest? You know, maybe that's hard because maybe the home that you came from wasn't a safe place, and now you're having to redefine what the word home means for you, especially with base chakra. So maybe focus on your home this week. And your inner child, there you go. I knew that there was something like that going on. Inner child, yeah, doing that inner child work. Making time for a play, making time for fun and innocence. When was the last time you looked around the world that you live on, with this sense of awe and wonder of that child that you once used to be. You know, I think animals and kids are really great teachers for us, actually. The more recent example that I can think of is when our kitten was born. And she started exploring the world, and she's like literally looking at everything for the first time, like she'd never ever seen it before. Even that flower, you know, even though it's fake, it's like she'd never ever seen it before, and it was the most amazing thing for her. Do you know what I mean? So it's like she was fixated on it for hours and hours and hours because she'd never seen it before. When was the last time you had the opportunity to explore the world from that particular mindset? You know, seeing everything as if for the very first time ever. That's the true magic of life, okay? Inner child work. And kids do exactly the same. Like babies, they do exactly the same as that kitten. Exactly the same. It's no different. Honestly, animals and kids are our greatest teachers, because they show us how to get in touch with that inner child. They remind us what it is to be really curious of life. And then you've got the mind. Openness, flexibility, imagination and learning. Yeah. Again, ties in exactly with what I said about how kids and animals can be our greatest teachers. That they really help us to hone in on our higher selves and open our minds. See how it's literally a window on her third eye? A window. Like windows of opportunities. That's what you look out of. You know, it's broadening your horizons with this energy right here. Okay. Your third eye is about your intuition. Okay, it deals with all of your psychic senses. It's almost as if your higher self is crying out for a little bit of that wonder, that awe and mystery. And then emotions. Yeah. So with the way that this card is illustrated, like his emotions are all over the place. Like, he's so scattered. It's like one minute he's extremely up here, and then the next minute he's like all the way down and confused. This one's feelings, expression, moods and balance. So regulate your emotions this week, Scorpio. You are allowed to have emotions. You are allowed to be happy. You are allowed to be excited. You are allowed to be disappointed. You are allowed to be upset. Okay, emotions are normal. Emotions are the parts of you that is trying to give you messages. This feels good or this feels not so good. Okay, don't push away your emotions. I know a lot of you are really, really tempted to constantly try and push away your emotions. Spirit's telling you, again, don't push away your emotions. Sit with them, process them. What is it that your emotions are trying to convey to you? Okay, that there's a lot of information tied up within your emotions. A lot for you to digest there. Okay, a lot. So all of this, I feel that they're showing us this crown chakra first, because all of this is tied into your sense of self, which is going to be a huge topic for you guys this week. It's working on your sense of self for certain. Okay, so I am going to leave these cards here, and we'll see if we need to refer back to those throughout your reading. I don't know yet, because I don't know what's going to come out in your energy. It may or may not be relevant to what comes out in your tarot. Okay, we just don't know yet. Doesn't take away from the point that your main focus this week is to work on that sense of self. Okay, right, what's going on for our Scorpio collective, please, for the week of the 14th to the 21st of June. 14th to the 21st of June. We have a 9-card spread for our Scorpio collective. Okay. The World, the 8 of Wands, a 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, the 6 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, Knight of Swords, Hierophant, and the 5 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck is Justice. Okay. So you're not necessarily going to be dealing with anyone specific this week, okay? But for anyone who is interested in what zodiac information's coming out of this read, I will tell you. But again, take that information with a grain of salt, okay? Because it's going to be beneficial to some and not to others. Now, your first card out is the World. It's really strong fixed energy. So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, an Aquarius, a Leo, or... oh my goodness, it eluded me then, Taurus. I genuinely had to stop and think about that then. I had a massive brain fart. Yeah, Taurus. And you've got Hierophant here as well, so heavy on the Taurus energy. You've got Libra, Sagittarius. I would say Libra and Taurus strong. Okay, that could just be maybe there's a heavy Venusian influence that's going on for you guys this week. Okay, now obviously I'm not an astrologist, an astrologer, so I'm not in tune with what's going on astrologically at the moment. Might be worth checking out to see what the planet Venus is doing at this point in time and how that's affecting you, because the Venusian influence is coming through like really, really strong. And obviously Venus, that's the planet of love, isn't it? It's the planet of beauty, of art, of relationships, of attraction. The Star, and the Emperor, and Temperance. That's a lot of major arcanas. No wonder they were nudging me to take a closer look into that overall energy. Justice, Star, Emperor, Temperance, broken up by the 4 of Swords and the Ace of Coins. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana there, back to back, as the overall energy. Yeah, so there are big events playing out this week. Whenever you get a lot of major arcana that are back to back like that, that normally indicates that someone is at this stage in their life where it's pivotal, like that there's a pivotal change that's going on here. And it's broken up by the 4 of Swords and Ace of Coins. Spirit's telling you that you need to take your time and process everything and think about what your next move is going to be with the 4 of Swords, Ace of Coins. Okay, Ace of Coins is a seed, is an opportunity. Ace of Coins is something that's going to grow as long as it's nurtured, okay? So Spirit's wanting for you to consider what it is that you're wanting to grow. What is it that you're wanting to achieve with that Ace of Coins? And it could be anything. It could be a new career. It could be a new stream of income. It could just be a new start in your life. You know, it's a seed. The seed is anything that you're wanting it to be. But Spirit really wants you to think this week, okay, what do you want that seed to be? And that's what you're needing to nurture. Okay. Justice, Star, Emperor, and Temperance. It's time for you to take charge and take control here. And Temperance is a card of balance, patience, and moderation. So you're needing to moderate where it is you're trying to rule, or where it is that you're trying to take charge. Can you tell us more about this Emperor Temperance energy for Scorpio Collective, please? What's going on? I'm getting intrusion from a third energy as well. Queen of Coins in the upright position. Yeah, what is it that you value? What is it that you value with that Queen of Coins? It's very protective, generous, kind and practical energy is the Queen of Coins. So with this one, it is asking for you to focus on your home, on your family, and what the word abundance means for you, and take control of those particular aspects. I'm still getting this interference. You're going to be dealing with a lot of interference this week, Scorpio. A lot of interference, and it feels like opinions of others, where someone is being well-meaning, but they're actually being interfering. Yeah, 3 of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. That's a release. That's a forgiveness. It's recovery, okay? 3 of Swords in reverse is recovery. Recovery from some kind of pain, from some kind of heartbreak. I'm going to ask them because this interference is really irritating me. Right, we'll pause that there. Spirit, what is this interference? Thank you. What is the interference? Thank you. What is the interference for Scorpio? What's going on? What's the interference, please? It feels like a person. It does feel like a person. That's off balance. Yeah. Okay. So the interference is 7. You got 2 7s here back to back. One of them's in reverse. The 7 of Wands with the 7 of Swords reversed, and a Page of Swords off balance. So the interference this week is literally, it's another individual who there has been many challenges with that individual. There has been maybe a huge blow up, a huge argument that's happened between yourself and that person. They are basically trying to rectify the connection with you or the relationship with you, and I was reading that as interference. And the reason why I think that was coming through as interference is because you don't particularly want to deal with this person right now. It feels like it's incredibly bad timing with the Emperor, Temperance, and Queen of Coins. It's like you've got other priorities here that's going on this week, and you don't need anyone else's drama or bullshit to interfere with what you've got currently going on up here. Okay, Page of Swords off balance, that can indicate that someone is being quite sort of cunning, that they're trying to be clever, but they're not actually that clever because they're telling on themselves here with the Page of Swords off balance. And with the 7 of Swords in reverse, that's the truth coming out, that's revelations. Okay, it's basically a confessional whenever you see the 7 of Swords in reverse. Now, back a few months ago, that might well have been well received from you. That might have been the closure that you were looking for. But this week, it just feels like it's too much drama that you don't actually need or appreciate this week. Okay, so that's why I was reading that energy as interference. Now that that's all gotten out, it's gone. I'm not feeling that interference anymore. It could be from, or does it could be from, but it doesn't have to be, a Capricorn, an Aries, an Aquarius, or a Libra. Could be, but doesn't have to be. Okay, that's kind of like a small fish compared to what you're really genuinely needing to be focused on. Okay, but yeah, as I say, now that I've passed on that message, that interference is gone. It's gone away again, so now we can move on to the rest of the read, which is fantastic. Where shall I leave these? Shall I leave these up to the side there? Maybe, yeah. So that's something that can be dealt with at a later date, only when you're feeling strong enough to do so. Okay? Don't force yourself to speak to anybody right now where you're not feeling ready or comfortable to have that particular conversation with that particular person. Okay. Especially with all of this that's going on as well. So Justice in the Star, that indicates to me that you're on the correct side of karma, that you're very cognizant of the part that you play. Okay. I'm also feeling this energy as, yes, you do have something new that's coming up. It could be a new contract. Okay. It could be a renewal of a contract. So again, whatever is the most important to you for this week, then that's the area of your life where this new contract is coming in. Could be a new soul contract for some, could be a new business contract for others. Okay, so again, just take it as it resonates. But it does look to be very, very good for you and very, very healing for you with the star energy being here. Okay. The world, that tells us that old cycles are coming to an end. It's music. There's music. What? Hold on, guys. What's that message about music, please? 9 of coins. They're saying someone's got a piece of music that reminds them of you, and they're putting it on repeat. Oh, shit. Devil at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups. Yeah, I know it's the 9 of Coins and the 10 of Cups with the world, but it's got very sort of 6 of Cups nostalgia vibes to it. Okay, I feel that someone is struggling here, and they're putting on this particular piece of music or this particular song that for whatever reason reminds them of you. And with that devil, it's like they're being obsessive about it. Okay, let's get back to this old cycles ending with, what's the old cycle? Thank you. The Tower in reverse. Okay, so your old cycle of continued oppression is what is coming to an end. Okay, what the hell? I knew I was feeling that energy. I was feeling it there. And now you're actually seeing it. This cycle of you constantly feeling oppressed or stopped, or you know, just like shit's not really going anywhere in spite of your best efforts. That's the cycle that's coming to an end. Okay. I do feel strongly that someone is struggling to get over you as well. And that's that interference that every so often keeps coming in and going away again, and then come back in and going away again. Maybe that's their character. Maybe that's their personality. Maybe they have left your life for a couple of months and now they come back in, then they're going to leave again, only to come back in again. You know, there could be something to do with that particular cycle with that person, where they're in and out all the time. Maybe that's what's coming to an end. Because that could have been the continued oppression that was going on, the feelings of being trapped or confined, you know. Definitely a weak foundation with that Tower in reverse, okay. For the longest time, it feels like someone was trying to avoid something also with the Tower in reverse. Can you tell us about the 8 of Wands for Scorp? Thank you. The 4 of Wands. 8 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. I'm reading that as like a surprise visit. 2 of Coins off balance. Yeah, not being prepared for it. something taking you off balance, something that you weren't fully prepared for, that has shaken your very foundations here. Okay. And it feels very heavy with that Ten of Wands, because that's a heavy burden. So probably finding that some kind of position that you once held is going to change. So for example, say your boss at work suddenly walks out, and then all of a sudden you're going to find yourself having to take their place. Okay, that's just for example. Because there's a lot of responsibility here that's being put on your shoulders here, Scorpio, unexpectedly. Okay, and you are going to have to adapt, and adapt quickly with the Two of Coins coming out off balance. Okay. Interesting. Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Two of Swords. That's like feeling overwhelmed, feeling not quite ready for it at this point in time, even though it's good news for you. So let's take a look at the good news first, because that's central to your read. What's the good news here for Scorpio, please? Thank you. The King of Cups. Yeah, you've got a lot of support here, Scorpio, okay? King of Cups is literally one of your cards. King of Cups asks for you to support yourself before you can support others. So that's why it's vital that you do not ignore your emotions down here, okay? Because this week you could be the emotional pillar of support for others where they're struggling. And it's like, well, how the hell am I going to help anyone else when I myself cannot even regulate my own emotions? Do you know what I mean? A King of Cups is emotional mastery. Now, that doesn't mean to ignore how you feel, right? That's ignoring how you feel is not emotional mastery. That's just being silly and ignoring how you feel, and then everything builds up, and then it ends up like a pressure cooker effect, and then shit gets out of control. And then that's where Scorpio's destructive nature can come out. It's that pressure cooker effect. So that's why I keep saying to our Scorpio collective, do not ignore how you feel. Okay, there's nothing wrong or shameful about having feelings. It's very healing as well, the King of Cups. Really, really healing. So I feel with your own emotional mastery, you're helping others to remain calm when things have become a bit disruptive and challenging with the Five of Wands. Okay. So this is you having evidence here of your own emotional strength. And the funny thing is, you might not have even considered yourself as someone who was emotionally strong. And then you've got proof that's playing out to the contrary. Okay. What's this Knight of Swords for Scorp? Thank you. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. That's messages of love. That's messages of consideration. Can you tell us more about that Knight of Swords? Thank you. A Queen of Wands reversed and a Hermit off balance. What's under there? The Page of Cups. And I can see the Emperor wants to pop out again, look. Interesting. So there's other people involved with you this week. Queen of Wands reversed with a Hermit off balance. That's a bit of a testing situation there, is it not? Because that's somebody being very aggressive, very demanding, very spiteful, jealous, dramatic, melodramatic, deceitful. You know, especially with the Hermit off balance, that's like the inability to self-reflect. Bloody hell. So you've got someone projecting their crap onto you here then, Scorpio. While you're dealing with all of this, you've got this feminine energy, not necessarily female, but a feminine energy, okay, it could be a masculine, just operating more from their feminine energies. For some of you, it could flat out just be like an actual female. But again, use your discernment, okay? There's this person here who is kind of like looking at you, looking at the way that you conduct yourself, definitely sees, like visibly sees all of the struggles, the trials and tribulations that you're going through. They visibly see that you're handling your shit really incredibly well, very, very admirable. And you know what? They've still got some nasty ass shit to say. Isn't that incredible? It just goes to show, doesn't it? This one's also a gossip with the Knight of Swords. Okay. It's like no matter what you do, nothing that you ever do is going to be good enough in their eyes type thing. It's them looking for reasons not to like you. It's them inventing reasons to speak smack about you behind your back, basically. And again, that's the kind of bullshit that you do not need this week more so than ever. Like no one needs that anyway, but this week it's even more like unwelcome. It's even more pointless. You know, that's a very bitter energy. Queen of Wands reversed with the Hermit off balance. You know, that's someone who cannot let any shit go ever. And then there's you in that Ace of Cups, very healing, very giving, very generous, spiritual energies, you know, trying to support others in times of crises as well. Can you tell us more about this energy for Scorp? Thank you. Yeah, Six of Swords. Spirit's saying, like, it does get better, it does get easier, and you're going to recognize people who carry that kind of energy like that. At the drop of a hat, you're going to recognize them straight away, okay? Can you tell us about the Hierophants, please? Hierophant, Ace of Wands, that's new beginnings, a new investment here. Also, for some, could be a new financial investment that pays off well, pays dividends, makes you really incredibly happy here with the Nine of Cups. You got Temperance, King of Swords, and Justice. Yeah, someone gets their just desserts here, for good or bad. Okay, because you got Justice out twice. With Temperance out twice. That's karma bus energy. Okay. Everybody get their karma. And everybody get their karma this week. For good and for bad. Okay? Yeah, Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Don't take fools gladly. Okay. Okay. So I think I see what's going on here, Scorpio. This is what you're moving in towards. This is what you're leaving behind. This is what you're leaving behind. You're moving on from something. You're moving on from something, and it's making an individual very concerned, very bitter, very worried. It's like this energy doesn't want to see you strike out on your own. That's how it feels. King of Swords and a Queen of Swords with Justice. That can indicate a legal battle. Okay, because your court cards of the sword suit can be like attorneys, lawyers, solicitors, advisors. Okay, they've got heavy legal implications, and that looks like. I don't know if you can see that, but that looks to be some kind of legal discussion or legal battle that's going on. So if you are currently going through anything like that right now, Scorpio, then you having this firm grasp, this emotional mastery, that's going to play to your strengths. Definitely. You got happiness and wish fulfillment here. You've got everything that you were hoping for is coming through. And then ready to take action, ready to take inspired action on a new investment with that 7 of coins. This reading is for a Scorpio who's sitting there going, do you know what, I don't know how the hell I'm going to manage to survive this week, but guess what, you do. You do. This read is providing that metaphorical light at the end of a tunnel that someone's not too convinced right now that there actually is. And there is. What else can you tell us for Scorpio Collective, please? I wish I could get more specific than that, guys. I genuinely do. But you've got to keep in mind as well, I'm not a psychic, okay? I am an intuitive. I am brave, number 77. Yes, the Spirit's asking for you to be brave. It is time to move on from the old patterns, habits and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. Yep. Number 20 has come out off balance. I am harmonious. So at the moment, it feels like your head and all your emotions are all over the place. You can relate to others on an almost cosmic level, and you're dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. Yes, gentle means of persuasion. And number 30, I am imaginative. You're an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. Yeah, so that's probably the positive reinforcement that yous have been needing. Right there in that sentence. Okay, right, so to conclude your reading, I'm going to pull from one of the cheeky decks. Now, obviously, if you're allergic to swearing and sarcasm, then you just don't have to listen, okay? I am going to pull you a guidance healing message as well. Learn to put your emotional baggage where it'll do some good instead of using it to shit on other people. So, yeah, you see that. Who is that woman or that person? That's the Queen of Wands reversed with the Hermit off balance. The one who is projecting all of their crap, basically, onto you. The one where it's like nothing that you ever do will ever be good enough, right? Who is that? Who is that? Because they're the classic example of who not to be. Okay, they never learnt not to put their own emotional crap onto other people. They never learnt that. Okay, so that is serving as a reminder this week, Scorpio, for you yourself to learn to handle and deal with and make room for your own emotional baggage. Okay, so that you don't inadvertently and accidentally become like that Queen of Wands reversed with the Hermit off balance. Okay. Healing message. I did have a deck. Let me see. Yes, we're going to pull from the Sacred Forest Oracle. Okay, can we have a healing message, please, for our Scorpio Collective? We're looking for some help and guidance for our Scorpio Collective dealing with this situation for the week of 14th to the 20th. Thank you. to the 21st of June. The Forest Temple. Ooh. Enlightenment. Number 19. It says, meditate on the light within you and around you and connect with the ever-present energy of the divine. Right now, your awareness is increasing. Your ability to understand the world is shifting. More and more you can see situations from all points of view, and this creates an expansion in all parts of your life. This card can also reflect on the times when you're seeing the world from only your own personal point of consciousness, which is a dramatically restricting possibilities for you. A one-sided, adamant view of life can block a vast influx of light, joy, and connection to the creators. Strict adherence to your beliefs can obstruct wonderful opportunities from flooding into your life. Be willing to step outside of your limited points of view and see the world from others' perspectives, and your life will expand. In temples throughout the world, initiates withdraw from their surroundings in order to gain an expanded perception of the inner reality of life. Intuition and healing abilities emerge during these times. Light is flooding into your life now. With enlightenment, you'll feel the expansion from a limited sense to an awareness of the cosmos around you. Spirit of the Temple Forest says, positive changes are coming. You're lightening up. Feel buoyant and free. Your connection to spirit is deepening, and old beliefs about who you are and what you deserve in life are falling away, replaced by incredible new paths. Yep. So this week is the path to enlightenment, and you're going to start to see really beautiful positive effects going on around you, because you're starting to genuinely change up your beliefs of what it is that you deserve in life. Okay. Yeah, self-mastery in a nutshell. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then I am taking bookings on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Don't forget to go check out all of the other readings. I do daily readings every single day, and of course I do all of the zodiac readings for all the 12 signs. You're bound to find something that's going to be helpful and beneficial to you. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.